another guy with an interesting perspective. That's Robert Littal of Black Sports Online. He's a regular contributor to the show. He's looking dapper in that blazer. You hear what we're talking about right now, Robert. What are your thoughts on the Peterson punishment? Is it right? Has he gone too far with this thing?
Well, I totally disagree with Doug. And the reason why is this. There's to me, a big difference between spanking and discipline and abuse. And when a child is 4 years old and he has visible bruising and he has drawn blood from these whippings and he's been put leaves in his mouth and those are all visible a week later, that's the definition, of child abuse. I think you can discipline your children. I think you can, even spank them to a degree without causing physical injury. Adrian Peterson is 6'1", 217 pounds, and his 4-year-old, let's just say, is not the same size.
People got to stop talking about Adrian Peterson's size. What point is this? Is there a lash count? Are you allowed to spank your child 5 lashes or 8? That's the thing is that where do you stop with the spankings? Where do you start? Like, what do you use a belt? What can you not use?
To me, this is simple, Doug, because if you're drawing blood, you might want to stop. If there's bruising and there's lashes and you're hitting someone in their private areas, which Adrian Peterson has admitted to, you went too far. And I think the fact that we use this analogy, well, it happened to us, and we were okay, so we're going to do it, to our kids is wrong, because there's a lot of things that happen to us as kids that we wouldn't do as adults. And I think this is one of them.
Adrian admitted that the switch hit his son in his private parts. It was an accident. He wasn't aiming at his son's private parts. When I got spankings when I was 4, 5, 6, and 7, if someone would have came in with a camera phone, if they were out back then, and took a picture of my butt and the back of my legs, I'm sure I had bruising on my legs too. A belt hitting the skin, a switch hitting the skin coming from a mom or a dad is going to leave a welt. So I feel what people are saying, but like I said, the NFL sat Adrian Peterson down because of perception. And the thing is, the people at the top probably perceive this is going to cost them money if they had this guy playing. They don't really care about the kid. This is a money move here. They don't want to lose sponsors.
Well, I agree with that. I agree that the NFL is doing a lot of PR right now. But to me, that shouldn't change my opinion on what I feel is child abuse. And like you said, I don't think necessarily he did it intentionally, but it wasn't one bruise. It wasn't one lash. It was legs. It was behind. It was all over the boy's body. And to me, at some point, while you're dishing out your punishment that you think is just on a 4-year-old, you have to know that you're going over the top with it. And I think he was over the top with it. And just like anyone else, he should be punished for going over the top.
Robert, one quick question. Would you spank your son, yes or no?
No, I would never hit my child, ever. I would never hit my child. And I do think there's degrees of that, but I would never hit my child because, like you said, you said it helped you and it made you better. There are thousands and millions of children that have physical and psychological scars, from abuse. And I think about that as well. I don't think it's a one-sided thing. I think it goes both ways. For every person or every kid that it made a better man or a better person, there's another kid that is having nightmares right now about what they had to go through as children.
Robert, that's great stuff. Look, you got Doug's contact info. You can DM him. You guys can finish this conversation another time. I got to say goodbye for right now.
Thanks,
for more
man.
from Robert Littal, check out blacksportsonline.com. Robert, great stuff. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.